In the United States of America alone, there are 1 billion respiratory tract infections like common cold and flu every year. So it's a huge burden for the health system and of course very nasty for the individual as well.
On average, we're getting 2 to 5 colds a year. That's for adults. 7 to 10 colds a year for children and infants. Anything one can do to reduce that impact is really important.
The common cold is a result of infection by many different viruses. And due to the fact that there are so many different viruses, there is no one vaccine available against this.
The Common Cold Centre at Cardiff University was established in 1988, and it's a clinical research organisation that conducts clinical trials on new treatments for colds and flu, particularly self-medication. We've done 2 very large studies last year. The biggest one was on the herbal medicine Echinacea. It's not often that we get such positive results.
The special with Echinaforce is that you can use it for prevention and treatment of acute respiratory tract infections. Common cold usually takes 7 to 10 days to heal without any treatment. If you give Echinaforce, usually it's gone by day 5. And you can reduce all the symptoms. The first, you get rid of the fever. Quite often by day 2, you get rid of the severe headache. Active ingredients of the drug will attack viruses and destroy them.
We used to have a lot of colds in our family. There was always somebody with a cold. Children aren't off school at all now. They might have a slight cold, but it's nothing compared to what it was because they're taking Echinaforce.
Echinaforce is a very safe drug. The incidence of adverse drug reactions is not higher in all the studies as in the placebo group. And there is no liver toxicity, there is no resistance at all, because typically for a herbal medication it's not only one active molecule like in chemical drugs, it's dozens of active molecules, and it's very unlikely that viruses develop resistance to all the active ingredients.
So it's a bit like preventive as well as a support. And I do not know of any other agent which would actually work in that capacity. So you can take it all the time, but when it's required, it will actually help support the body. And if it's not required, then it won't have an action. I think that's brilliant.